Hey guys, Mathil here once again with another Path of Exile video. Just kidding. So let's log in. Hey guys, just gonna show you some stuff in Betrayal. So this is my first and only Betrayal League character thus far. It's a beautiful elementalist. Yeah, my goal is to get basically to redo the tune that I made last league, my favorite character from last league, out of the 5 characters I made, and just improve on that, because nothing in that build got nerfed. In fact, some things that it makes use of got buffed. The only problem is the items I need are insanely expensive. Like a poet's pen, I just checked to see if the price has fluctuated at all. They're like 2.3 exalts at the lowest, at least. To put that into perspective, it's now Tuesday. The league started Friday. It's now Tuesday. I have played a fair amount on this character. 2 days, 6 hours and 38. I didn't really think I'd put in that amount of time, but it's how long I've been logged in with this character, and I haven't really AFK'd for more than, let's say, a combined hour at max. So 2 days, 5 hours and 38 minutes I've been playing this character. It wasn't the greatest character to start the league with. Obviously it's league dependent, gear dependent, and league start gear is not very readily available. What was I saying? I was putting into context how much money I'm gonna have to spend to get this build just running at a base level. So for now it's a completely something else, not Poet's Pen, Lightning Warp Arc. It's on the way there. So I have 2 exalts right there and some chaos, and a divine. All in all, it's about 2.5 chaos right there. 2.5 exalts. Yeah, that is the cost of 1 Poet's Pen. I need 4 Poet's Pens plus an impulsor. Okay, I don't really need the impulsor, but it's quality of life. I'd like to have an impulsor sadist garb. Yeah, I'd really like that, but that's another 5x, so things are not looking good. I should probably buy the 1 Poet's Pen now, which I'm gonna hold off on doing because whatever, I'm making a video. I'm gonna show you some content. So basically right now I'm halfway to where I need to be with none of the none of the final gear that I want, which is 4 Poet's Pens, and an Impulsor's Sadist Garb, as well as a Mind of the Council, a helm, as well as a unique Ami, which name is basically only part of this build that I've got that I'm not going to get rid of out of all of this gear is this ring, because that's required for the build to work. Well, not to work, but to stand still and face tank things, just throwing lightning balls. And maybe this chest piece if I decide to not get an impulsor. So this is a shaper base chest piece, which I'm using purely because of the spells have plus 0.9% to critical strike chance. Now that may seem like a tiny number, but it's very different from global critical strike chance, which you'll see here is 23% increased, whereas this is spells have plus, which is added. Basically it's a lot better than that percentage increased critical strike chance. So my let me just go through my skills. My main skill here, this is Arc, which I self-cast. Got the purple Arc effect on it, basically. You'll see my DPS fluctuate. Yeah, it went up to 2,900. So let's look at it here rather. You'll see it fluctuating, and that's because of the way Elementalist works. It's got confluxes that change every few seconds. They rotate from chilling, shocking to burning or igniting conflux, and then after 4 seconds of each of those, it's elemental, which is my damage all shocks, chills, and ignites, and it just keeps rotating through that, that is this Shaper of Desolation. One of my ascendancies, basically. So of the Elementalist ascendancies, I went Pendulum of Destruction first with my normal lab. Then I went for Mastermind of Discord for my Cruel lab. Then Shaper of Desolation for my Merciless lab. Fucking mosquitoes. And Beacon of Ruin for my Eternal lab. Fucking escapes me every time. And I basically filled out most of the nodes that I want to take on my tree. Start over here. Let's close that. Start over here. Pick up some HP nodes first, because the damage in those early levels is going to come from gem levels, which is fine. So went up here, pathed into Heart and Soul. I'm into Mana and Life. Didn't come to Deep Wisdom for a long time, so none of this side of the tree. This is where I branched off to once this left side was filled out. So I came up here, went here, Heart and Soul gives me life. This all gives spell damage, blah blah. Then I went to the left, didn't take Mind Over Matter and all the mana nodes behind it until maps, pretty much. So that's the last thing I took on this whole left side. This is just stat nodes, some life, some stat nodes, and then some life, some stuff, some more life. So life is very important, and scale that with flat life on gear, like 104 life there, which is a hybrid. High life there, 95, high life there, 87, 74 life on my gloves, 69 life on my boots, 74 life there. Basically I got life on everything except my ones, because they're weapons, so fuck life, right? Yeah. So forget about the tree for now. I can explain that any other time. Let me carry on with my gear. I'm using some pretty generic ones, like I'm fucking level 88 and I'm using very generic ones. This one I rolled myself with Essence, I think it was. Was it Essence? No. Pretty sure I rolled this myself. I may have picked it up. I can't be sure. Anyway, so this is really nice actually, because so I want the critical strike chance for spells. I'm a spellcaster, and this build is heavy on the crits. So the good mods on this one would be the implicit 34% increased spell damage, which I can bless up until 37%. You see the range there on the implicit mod. Another good thing, socketed lightning gems +1 level, which is great because at the moment I've got my Orb of Storms with power charge on crit and Volstorm Call. Those are all, well, the two active skills are both lightning, so they both, as you can see when I hover over them, they both get +2 levels from the item because they're lightning basically. So I run in to a pack, say the pack's here, run in, throw down my Orb of Storms, So this immediately, basically almost immediately crits very reliably, and I have a lot of cold damage to my spells somewhere. At some point I have a lot of, where is it, let's see, offense, spell cold. Yeah, doesn't seem like a lot, I mean, especially if you look at this, but it's a fair amount. It's more than enough to freeze on a critical strike. So I run in or lightning warp in, throw down, cool, anything in like my close vicinity, like in this circle right here, anything in there, it's gonna get zapped and most likely frozen. And then what'll happen is, because I have this Ascendancy Beacon of Ruin, elemental ailments caused by my skills spread to other nearby enemies, radius of 18, which is a fairly large radius, basically almost a whole screen is the radius, and we're not talking about this circle here. So yeah, throw this down, that crits the first thing it hits, freezes it, the freeze spreads to everything else. Things are just standing still, and then I can do whatever the fuck I want to kill them. I can finish it up with zapping them a few times. I can throw down my totem, which is a spell totem, with a really cool like grimoire skin. Anyway, so I have my spell totem as my 5 link. Let it be noted, my arc is just a 4 link. Most links I have is 5. It's actually really strong. So I've got a spell totem hooked up with ball lightning. So when I throw that down, it's my spell totem. It's gonna spew out little ball lightnings whenever. Take that off quickly. Nope, that's not it. So that's what ball lightning will look like. Except I'll have a totem casting it. Anyway, so I throw that down, run away and do other shit. That's gonna cast all the while the totem is alive. It only lasts, it's got a base speed of 8 seconds, or a base time of 8 seconds. So I put that down, it's gonna last 8 seconds, shooting out a line of projectiles. I can give it multiple projectiles, but I don't want it to. I want it to have high single target damage. It doesn't, unfortunately, but I'll get this to self-cast at some point. The damage drops quite a bit when supporting it with this spell totem support, because supported skills deal 26% less damage and spells cast by totem have 30% less cast speed. So those are 2 less modifiers. That's multiplicative, not additive. So it really knocks the DPS quite a bit. That's about, yeah, it's 2 separate less modifiers. One is less damage, one is less cast speed. Both of them affect DPS. So yeah, we have a drop or self-cast ball lightning at some stage. Yeah, so I just run around. I either just zap stuff if the pack's not very big and I know a few zaps will get rid of it. Otherwise, throw down that, zap something, throw this down further at the back, stand by and let everything die. I'm about to level. I'm 98%, 2% away from level 89 maps. Let's go. Let's level up. I'll show you guys in practice. Do a temple. Just a shitty tier 6 map. More rare monsters. Cursed with vulnerability is shit mod, especially when monsters deal 79% extra damage as cold. Whatever. We should face roll this map anyway. Let's activate in our map device and watch my epic portals spawn. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. Alright, let's go. Orb of Storms. Boom. Boom. As you can see, oh, Syndicate. This bitch is gonna kill me. Oh. So many people speaking. So that was a Syndicate encounter, which is part of the Betrayal League. And my mission was to stop this transport vessel anyway. So these three guys were guarding it, and I just killed them all. Give Ariana rank. Some free shit. I'll be honest, I'm not incredibly sure what's going on with this fucking Syndicate shit. I'll find out what to do properly at some stage. What? And this guy's Joker. Okay, and apparently I get experience just from, you know, doing whatever I just did, because I just leveled up. That's great. I have a skill point to spend. So I don't really know what I want to use a skill point on. So for now, we are going to get more life, because we never have enough life, and I'm already out of space, and I've barely been in this map a minute. Let's go sell some stuff and carry on the map. Nope. 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 Hey, hello? Not enough space. Anyway, stash the mons, all the money. Some maps. Let's go. I'm not gonna pick up any of that shit. Okay, barely started the map and we're slowing down too fast. Let's go slaughter things. It's a pretty rippy map. Well, not pretty rippy, but I can die in this map because it's got vulnerability on if I'm not careful. Super casual Ninja Dave. So my strategy is just to stay on the borders, establish what the borders for the map are, and then just, you know, kill whatever's out there. And yeah, once I've established the boundaries of the map, move inward, full clear it. I just love that everything shatters. Listen to that. What's going on? Am I out of sync? Yeah. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. With the Orb of Storms down and the spell totem constantly firing off, I can put it down and just start looting straight away and not really worry that much. Let's make a portal before we go to this boss. See, by staying on the outskirts, like we just followed this right edge and we got to the boss room. And we're gonna go kill the boss. Make it look burst easy. Look at this, look at this. Ooh, you're dead, bro. Anyway, and then we're gonna go finish the map. So one thing that does worry me is the fact that there's seem to be poison monsters in this map, and obviously my chaos poison is a archetype of chaos damage, so chaos resistance, as would be in the most builds, is -60. I haven't invested, almost died because of it there. Haven't invested in chaos rares because it's not a predominant feature in the game, and most instances where it appears can be outskilled, you could say. Things are taking their time to die, but they're dying, and I guess I'm just standing around watching, so I can't complain. Let's go. They don't snow. They don't snow. Hold on, Mathel. You fucking genius. Okay, this map's done. Oh, one of the statues came to life. 0 monsters remain. And yeah, it's another map. Finito. So what I'm doing with this tab over here is just, see it says C. And it's just a whole bunch of unidentified rare items. And what I'm doing there is, there's a recipe where you sell a whole set of unidentified rares, or identified rares, to get half the loot. But so let's work with unidentified, right? So you sell basically a full loadout. So you'll need either a 2-hand weapon or 2 1-hand weapons. You'll need a helmet, body armor, 2 rings and an amulet, some boots, a belt, and some gloves. No flasks required. As long as you have like a full loadout set of unidentified items, you will get 2 chaos orbs out of it. 1 chaos orb if the whole set is identified. So I don't have any amulets, so I can't do this recipe for you right now. But yeah, it's very useful. It's how I got most of my money up until now. So what I do is, instead of purely doing this the entire league, I get to a point where I'm comfortable with my funding, my funds, and my income, and then I just identify everything that I find or decide to pick up. But we haven't reached that point yet. So what I'm doing now is stockpiling items to use in this recipe. So you'll end up selling your full loadout to a vendor, and they'll give you the chaos in return. So I'm just filling up this tab, which I've emptied several times this league so far, with items. The main problem items would be amulets, so your jewelry pretty much, and rings also. Yeah, mainly jewelry. I have a few rings and belts, also count as jewelry, but no amulets, so I can't do this recipe. But I've got plenty of, weapons, body armor, boots, gloves, helmets, plenty of that. So when I filled this up with random things, I'll usually be waiting until it's full. So you'll get little spaces like let's do this for instance. You'll get spaces like this where a ring will fit in, or spaces like this where 3 rings or 2 rings and an ami or whatever can fit in, and I'll literally fill this up until it's full and there's not a single spot open, and then I'll purge it, you know. I'll do a bunch of recipes, but if I come to the point where this is full and I need to purge it, but I have plenty of money, then I'll still purge it and make money. But the next time I attempt, or I'm tempted to pick up anything off the ground, I'll come back here, and instead of putting it in that tab, I'll sell it. I'll ID it and sell it. Obviously I'll look at the stats when I ID it, and if they're decent, I'll put it up to sell to other players in one of my public sales tabs. If not, I'll just vendor it for the Alk / alteration shards, and that just makes sense when I'm rich enough, because at that point I'm efficient enough to be to not care how much it's giving me if I vendor those items after IDing them, if it's giving me anything at all, because I'm doing it so frequently. I'm doing it at least once per run, once per map, sorry. Some maps I can see are going to give plenty of drops, so I'll, and I'm not, there's no risk of, you know, dying and needing the portals back into the map. I won't need them to get back in for any other reason than, you know, looting. I'm not going to die and then be like, oh, I got no more portals, can't finish this map because I died. No, I'll never get to that point. So I'll gauge map difficulty first, and then, yeah, base what I'm going to do with the loot on that. So at the moment I'm purely just cutting up some of the old Mary Jane. You'll have to bear with me here. I should pause the video, but I'm not going to. Listen to the music. Let's turn the music up, shall we? The silence. Okay, not really silent, but yeah. Oh man, I hope you guys didn't hear that fart, but if you did, oh well, I hoped you didn't. Coffee. Coffee. Okay, I'm just gonna ninja mute myself in a moment to indulge, and we can continue. Gosh, I didn't actually realize that I'd played so much this league. Oh, alright. Hope you enjoyed the music. Turn it down now. And let's go do some stuff. Okay, that was a T6 map, right? I'm currently struggling on my map pool. This is the progress of my atlas so far. I haven't, I think I've done, yeah, I've had 1 tier map thus far. No red maps, haven't run a single one. But let's see if we can do something about that. Running low on Elks as well, whatever. Enfeeble, extra damage, chain, whatever, it's fine. Let's link, oopsie. Wanted to just link that in chat so I can refer back, but it's fine. Just realized that the mods are going to be on the map, on the side. There's your map mods, monsters remaining, map name, monster difficulty, league, loot allocation. Yeah, let's get rid of that. See how they all just froze there? It's gonna just stand still. Great. Not how it's gonna work when I have Bird's Pen though. They all just die instantly, but for now, so the main difference is packs don't just disappear. That's my aim, but I don't have any impulses, Sacred Heart, Sacrificial Garb, so I'm not immune to shock, and my shocks don't, well, they do spread to other monsters, but monsters affected by shock, which is basically everything when you have Bird's Pen, are not exploding and dealing 10% of their HP to surrounding mobs, which is the main issue I'm having in this map. Well, with this build. Main issue I'm having in this map is the fact that it's also full of chaos damage, and it's slowing me down. It's also got these porcupines which fucking make spikes when they die. If you watch my HP and mana going down rapidly whenever they die, it's because they do a lot of fucking damage. The reason my mana goes down when I take damage is I have Mind Over Matter, and that takes 30% of damage from my mana pool before it starts taking from my life. So even though I've got two heralds up, that's these 2 spinny things, those are auras, even though I've got 2 of those up reserving almost half my mana, I still have enough to, I still got like over 1k mana to mitigate quite a bit of damage. So having a 5k life pool with Mind Over Matter and a bunch of mana, which I aim to get that unreserved mana up to 2000, just below that, I'll have a lot of effective HP, which is great. Can tank those one shots, and then my leech should be enough to just regen me up quite quickly. Life leech and mana leech coming from this, which will be buffed by the helmet that I'm going to get, and when I have impulses, they all work together to add to my defense, both defense and offense simultaneously. I feel like this shit's not dying quick enough, but it'll probably help if I zap it. And if I stop talking and actually focus. And we have another syndicate member just being a douchebag. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop. Oh my. So I'm sure you couldn't really make out what's happening there. I was struggling too. There's a lot going on. I died, which is fantastic. Good thing I just leveled up, and even though I lost 10% of HP, oh, what? I actually got one of my gems up to 20 already. What? Ball lightning. Oh, sick. Cool. What was I saying? Yeah, it's a good thing I just leveled, because dying is not as impactful as it would usually be. Gems. So, the importance of a level 20 gem, basically it can't, there's no more, if you look here, there's like a little experience bar that's basically full. It's a bad thing to show you. There's a little experience bar there, which this one doesn't have because it's max level. So what I can do with this is, the only thing that can make this gem skill even better is to give it quality. If you look here, that says it says support level 19, mana multiplier, quality 14%. That 14% quality gives me 1% increased critical strike chance per 1% quality, which is the top supported skills have 40% increased critical strike chance. That's from the quality I've given this gem. So if I get ball lightning quality, good things will happen, but I can't give it quality right now because I have no gem cutters prisms. I can make some because I have quality gems that I can render for recipe, but I won't do that now. Let's go back to that map, shall we? This mission is still continuing anyway. So because I'm at 0% experience on level 89, I can pretty much YOLO. Not that there's anything that I can YOLO at right now, but anyway. Oh, here we go. Why are these guys here? Oh, these are just the normal map guys. I thought it was the syndicate dudes. Actually, it is the syndicate dudes. Oh, anyway. So, let's get back to slaughtering everything. Oh, a bridge. This is very nice. In case you were wondering, there's latency. It's about as good as it's gonna get playing on the EU server from South Africa. Obviously, it puts me at a disadvantage, but not much I can do about that. Okay, let's pop this breach. I'm gonna die. So basically a breach, as you can see, is just this circle that expands from the epicenter that I triggered by walking over it at some stage. And monsters just keep spawning and spawning and spawning. If you don't kill anything when you first trigger it, the monsters, it won't expand and no monsters will spawn. So this is pretty nice for experience. Doesn't look like it because all I have is 1%, but you just don't get that much experience the higher level you get. Diminishing returns, blah 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 blah, and the fact that this is a monster level 75 and I'm level 89. To put that into perspective, the max monster level is 83. So considering this is a tier 8 map, and maps go up to tier 16, where you will, and in tier 16 you'll see the I-83 monsters. So this poison shit. This is a poison based boss, and it's got 3 things that you got to kill before fighting the main boss. That's 2 down. Let's teleport over here quickly. Get the 3rd. Whoa, HP. Hello? fucking poison pools. Look at it everywhere now, right underneath me. Okay, so that's those 3 things dead. I can come here, and the actual boss is here. And I just gotta keep kiting and not getting poisoned. So as you can see, I'm letting my totem do a lot of the work, because arc is a name lock skill. If I stand here casting arc, I'm just gonna stand here casting arc. Can't move and cast it. You're probably wondering why I didn't put arc on the totem. It's just better this way. From a personal preference, yeah, I guess. 1 monster remains. I don't give a fuck where that thing is. So when I say personal preference, like, let's do this quickly. So I'm gonna switch around ball lightning and arc. I would rather be running around, you know, cast what am I looking for? So cast my orb storms, move a bit, let whatever started attacking me when I stood still to cast orb storms cast or attack whatever, or get closer. If it's a melee unit, it'll get in the range of orb storms and get frozen. If it's a ranged unit, I moved and I'm not going to die from it. So running along, orb storms, totem down. That's going to start arcing because I've now put arc in there, and I want to move, just cast. Now this ball will travel through the pack, but it's not as reliable as casting, you know, doing this in the other way around, putting arc as the main skill. So put this down, move so that whatever's attacking misses, throw down a totem, move, and then and then throw arc, move, throw arc, move, throw arc, move, because that arc then chains, hits how many monsters? 7 times, dealing 10%, 15% more damage for each chain. More damage is obviously better than increased damage. And I'm leeching mana and HP each time it hits something and does damage. So it's just better, I think. Feels better at any rate. But yeah, this map's done. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I don't even really know what I'm saying in this video, just doing things and explaining what I'm doing as I go. Nope. Wow. So the stuff I'm vendoring is just from experience. I know it's not valuable. This is price. This jewel is pretty dank. So jewels can have maximum 4 affixes. This one has 4, and they synergize. I mean, firstly, the chances of getting 2 resistance rolls, one of them are double. It's pretty rare. I wouldn't say rare, but it's pretty uncommon. So the lightning resist and then fire and lightning resist hybrid, pretty cool. A lot of lightning resist off one jewel. Crit multiplier is valuable because it's great. This is with lightning skills. I might even use this jewel if I think I might, because what I'm gonna have to do is just buy 1 Poet's Pen at a time. I can afford 1 right now, and I realistically see myself buying it very, very soon. Actually, like imminently. I'm gonna do that very, very soon, tonight still, and then put on a shield with that. So that Poet's Pen is the only thing I can attack with, and therefore I'm not half Poet's Pen, half normal wand. So I'll put on a shield, which will make this really nice. I have to keep in mind I might be resistance capped now, but I'm going to lose or it's going to be more difficult to balance my resistance when I'm replacing these leveling rares with actual best in slot gear. So the resistance on this is going to be relevant. I'm going to get rid of my... I'm going to lose a lot of life when I do that. I'm surprised how much life I got on my leveling gear. Okay, this ring doesn't matter, but I mean, this Mastercraft mod that I put on this, like, it's part of the new Mastercrafting that's available with 3.5 expansion, and it's pretty good. I mean, 79 or 70 to 79 to max life, so that's flat life. I got a roll of 74 on that, and then I could craft more life. It never used to be possible, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to get rid of a helmet, both wands, chest piece, amulet. I'm gonna lose a lot of res, resistance, a lot of life. Boots are gonna have to go as well when I do Elder. Like, I'm gonna have to get resists purely on one ring and a belt. Maybe I don't switch out the gloves. 3 items to cap all my resists. It's going to be a struggle. And I'm going to go down to about 4.5k life. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe a little bit more, depending on how rich I am to buy gear with decent rolls. So these are divination cards, by the way. I have a specialized divination tab, which is pretty convenient. So this is with show all. This is every divination card that exists. I think, I don't know, it seems to scroll up and down too fast for it to be all of them, but it probably is. Anyway, full stacks is obviously what you usually have it on, so you don't see all the unnecessary things to see. And then you just control click the full stack out and it puts it in your inventory, or control click to put it back in. Or you can say owned. If you're looking to sell, if you're looking to just assess what you have and what's valuable and what you don't want but can sell for money instead of using it yourself, because all of these things give different kind of outcomes, then you probably want to use this view. And then you've got unowned, which is, I've never used that, don't really know why that's there. Probably just to see if you own every single divination card in the game. I don't know. Anyway, so let's trade this into Navali. Struck by lightning, got 3 of them. It requires 3 out of 3 to trade in, which is what I'm doing now. It gives you electrocuting jewelry, item level 76. And what that means is electrocuting is a tier of flat lightning damage. I think it's flat lightning damage. Let's turn it in. Yeah, flat lightning damage. It's basically tier 1 flat lightning damage. Sorry about that. When I press Alt, it just compares to what I'm wearing. But you also press Alt to see the range. So I wanted to see if I hit the max range, which on this iron ring would be 7 to 72. I didn't though, but I got 3 to 70, which 70 is still fine. Anyway, tier 1 is tier 1, which is damn nice. These are pretty cool. Oh, that is not bad, I guess. Anyway, so this isn't a bad ring. I can sell that after I regal it. I don't have any regals though. Fuck. Price. So we'll come back to these later. Yeah, I feel like I've been droning on for a while. I don't have better content to show you, unfortunately. I apologize. Maybe I'll buy a Poet's Pen quickly and do some things. let's see. I know I probably haven't set up the view so that you can see what I'm looking up on my second screen here. Just got poe.trade open. It's the website that most people use if they don't use the one that GGG added afterwards to their own like website. Anyway, so what do I want? I want an exalt, and I have chaos. Exalts are now worth 89.90 chaos each. So let's take it at 90. There's my calculator. Fuck. I've got to do some maths quick. So these people want 2.4 exalts. I have calculator. I have 2 exalts pure and 37 chaos, which is the next form of acceptable trading currency, basically. Chaos is the predominant trading currency. Exalts for just condensing the amount of clicking and stuff to put on a trade screen for higher value items. So yeah, also just depends, generally, exalts are your high tier trade currency, and chaos are your mid tier trade currency. People will generally not ask for chaos orbs if there's no place to use them per se. There will always be a place to use them, but they refer to it as a chaos sink or a currency sink, and generally refers to people who use a lot of chaos when crafting, or when Zana has a mod on a map a map mod that you can roll at a price, that league, but that changes literally every league, because the game is ever changing and always balancing, and new stuff and stuff. So yeah, this league, there seems to be seems to have reached like a middle point. Like it's not where everyone just wants chaos because there's such a massive chaos sink. Everyone wants to run a certain mod on every map they run, and they run 100 maps a day, so they need a lot of chaos orbs. It's more like people want exalted orbs as well, so they can do master modding, and just because of what exalts do, they can refer to it as slamming. You can give an item its last affix, on a 5 affix item where 6 is the max. Generally, always 6 is the max, and you manage to use a chaos orb to get 5 stats, and this happened to have 5 stats when I looked at it. That's great. Then you'd use this to fill out the 6th thing and hope to get a good result. If I were to use it on this axe, Jesus Christ, I really want to, but I'm too poor and I need this for stuff. This axe is really nice. Fuck. Oh my god. Fuck, okay, I need to not get distracted. Where's the music? Where's the trade? I need my calculator. So we said, sorry. So we said 90 chaos to an exalt. These people want 2.4. So let's say 90 divided by 10. So the 140, so it's 4 times 9, it's 36. Yeah, I have exactly 9.4 chaos because I hate decimals, and I'll rather give the guy 1 chaos more to sure that I'm not ripping him off. It's by a poet's pen, boys. D&D probably doesn't have that item anymore. This guy probably neither. Oh, snap. He sent me a PvP invite initially. 2x, whatever. Let's see if he just takes it. 8%, whatever. Thanks. I don't know, that guy is, anyway. Got a bit distracted. So, we have ourselves a poet's pen. This is legit. Need you divine up that attack speed to max. Get that spell damage to max. But that's not important right now. What is important right now is just linking this baby up. Give it quality first. To give it. So whenever you're doing something to an item, you give it quality first. In this in this instance, it's a weapon. So you use a blacksmith's whetstone. If you have armor, you use an armorer's scrap, or if you have a flask, you have glass blows baubles. If you have skill gems, you've got gem cutter's prisms, of which I have none. Oh man, it just hit me that I just spent literally all the money I have. Anyway, and then if you have maps, you use cartographer's chisels to adjust the quality. So we've just qualityed our first poet's pen up to 20%. Jeweler's orbs, wow, when did I get so many of those? 742. Let's get this up to 3 sockets, because that's the max it can have. Easy peasy. Fuse it to link. Yep, there we go. So, can't do anything more with the sockets. Let's see if we can bless this up. Perfect, there we go. 15% increased spell damage. I only have 1 divine. I don't know if I want to get a higher attack speed on this thing yet. I mean, YOLO, right? It's at the lowest roll. 8% increased attack speed. I want 12. Give me 12. Oh shit! Cool. We got ourselves Le Perfect Poet's Pen. Now, if I had balls, I would take this orb and I would click it right there. I don't have balls though. I want my poet's pen to stay a poet's pen, and we're not going to do that. So, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll let you know how it goes.